Hey guys, John here with Ricker Creations. I hope everybody's doing well today. Please let me know down in the comments how you're doing. I do want to know because I do care. I know I've been gone for a while and I apologize for that. After the shop flooded, I've had to do some repairs for that. I've had to do some other jobs to prevent it from happening again. I've been injured a couple of times. I've had some health problems. But you know what? Enough of that sob story. I'm back and I'm ready to get back to work. So let's talk about it. A year ago, I was building some Halloween items to sell when Hurricane Helene hit. And after Hurricane Helene hit and tore up the bridges to town and everything, I quit working on anything because I decided it was in poor taste to try to sell things during a natural disaster. But we're going to get back into them right now. So if you got a box of unfinished projects, get it out and let's get back to work on it. Here is my basket of unfinished Halloween items. You want to work on them with me? See if they're salvageable? If so, come along. Let's get started. Okay, here we go. Boy, that's a lot of sawdust. I guess you do get a lot of sawdust build up in a year, don't you? You know what, guys? I really have missed you guys a whole lot. I know you have noticed, probably some of you anyway, that I have started a second channel called The Marks History Made. It is on YouTube and TikTok. I started it so that I would still be doing something, and it doesn't require me to move around a whole lot, so that I could still be around the YouTube and TikTok and seeing everybody that I can. So make sure you subscribe to those channels if you're not. Just search for The Marks History Made on YouTube or TikTok to find them. For those channels, I'm going to have some merchandise to sell. If you like history, they're definitely for you. And I will probably make my own merch, at least some of it, to sell. Because, I mean, why wouldn't you? Let's get the sawdust off of these and we'll get back to it. Okay, since we've got everything mostly cleaned up now, everything was already cut and painted and ready to assemble. So, since that's all we've got to do, we will just assemble them. They were jack-o'-lanterns that you could put tea lights or something in. I have my prototype here to demonstrate for you. This was my prototype, first one I made. just to see what it would look like. I think it turned out okay. I'm not real good artistically when it comes to drawing or using the jigsaw, but I still think that came out pretty good. I was impressed with it. But this is the end product we're going for. If you want to build these, since I already had them cut, I will give you the cut list now. The fronts and the sides are the same size. They are 10 inches long. The front is 5.5 inches wide, basically a cedar fence picket wide. And the sides are 2 3/4 wide. The top, bottom, and back are all 7 inches long by 5.5 wide, 5 3/4 wide, depending on your fence picket. So instead of cutting the edge of your fence picket, all you would have to do is make long waist cuts until you have to rip down your sides. And then you take your jigsaw and you draw whatever kind of face you want on it. I painted some of my faces orange and some black. I painted the inside of all of my orange black to hopefully help the light shine a little bit better inside. But you can use different colors, anything like that. I use the little battery operated LED tea lights. Like this one. You can also use a photo V candle, but they don't seem to show up as good. You can use a regular tea light, just keep an eye on it. Now, at Five Below and other stores, you can get these little tuck lights. They're about this big around. And they come with remote controls, so you can turn them on and off and change them to different colors. Those look really, really good inside these, but I couldn't find mine to bring down here to show it. So you'll just have to take my word for that. You can get a 3-pack of these for $1.25 at the dollar store. Tea lights aren't much more expensive. So just give it a shot and see which one you like best. Now let's start getting these assembled. First thing you can do is separate everything into parts you need. Like there's a face, there's the sides. I made the top and bottom and back side the same. That way there wasn't any issue about getting them mixed up. And if you have any that gets extra orange paint or something on the side, you don't have to paint over it. Just use it for your back side piece and it'll hide that. But you can go ahead and divide everything out there like that and then get ready to assemble. The reason I say to do that is that way you've got them all stacked up and you're ready to grab one and put it together. Okay, now for your assembly, if you painted the inside of yours black, make sure you keep everything that's black turned towards the inside. We're going to do this one side at a time for right now. You can make a jig to make this go faster. I haven't yet, but just scoot them close enough to where it'll stay even. Run you some glue. You don't need a whole lot of glue. I'm going to sell these. You can get by with just brad nails, but I'm going to use some glue since they're being sold. And then line it up even. Get your brad nailer. After you get one even, stick you a brad nail in. Make sure it's even all the way up through there. Stick another brad nail in the top when it is. And do one more about midways. And make sure you get your squeeze out cleaned up. And then do the same thing to the other side. After you're done putting it together, you can even take some more of your paint and paint over your brad nails if you would like to cover them up. And then put you one more about midways. Make sure it didn't bust through, and then wipe off your squeeze out. Look at that, I'm channeling my inner Bobby and dropping crap in the floor. Ain't that something? Okay. It wasn't too bad, at least. Yes, it was. It busted it. It knocked that brad out of the corner. Okay, so I took it back apart, and it wasn't busted very bad, so I pulled the brad out and put some wood glue and pushed that back down. Since this is a painted project, I can paint back over it. After something like that happens, you have to pull the brads out and try to get it done again. And hopefully everything goes all right this time. Okay. And none of the brads came through. It looks like it made it all right that time. As long as I don't drop it again. I can't believe I had a Bobby moment on camera. But it just goes to show you we're not perfect, none of us, and this is how we learn to fix our mistakes, is by making them. You see, if you wasn't watching this and you didn't see all of the mess that I had on there, you would never know that happened. But I will have to paint back over, especially where that one brad was busted through. But see, there you couldn't even tell it. Next thing you're going to do is you're going to put your back on. You have one that has paint that is bled around the edges like that, you'll want that to be your back because that'll be hidden completely inside. So line it up, put you some glue on it, right where it should go. There we go. There we go. That should be enough. Get it lined up good. Grab you a couple of brads in it. And there you have your body. Now for the top and bottom. When you're doing your top and bottom, you're going to want to lay it out to where it's pretty much centered. And even if you want to, you could make a stem for this. Like just reach over here and you scrap bin and find you a little something, just a little angled piece that you've cut. And you can pop your brad nail through the middle of that and put a stem on it. And that would look perfect right there. I may make some of mine like that. The first thing you gotta do is try to make sure you get everything nice and even. And I believe that's pretty close. A little bit of glue goes a long way in this project. Now it's time to pop you some brads in, but you got to be careful and pay attention to where they are so that you know they're lining up where they won't bust through. So definitely turn it around to look so you'll know what you're doing. Good job. Alright. Doesn't look like I missed any. Then you're going to flip it over and do the same thing with the bottom. Now it's time to put the bottom on. And remember, you've only got three sides holding the bottom. You left that little space there so you could get the candle in and out of it. If you were wondering why we left that little space, it's to put the candle in and out. You could make this completely whole if you wanted to and make a lift-off lid. I mean, there's several different things you could do to add your own touch to it. Just don't drop them in the floor. Get you some glue on there. If it helps, get you something with a straight edge and lay up against it to line it up. But you do have to remember that back here you don't have a panel to measure out from like you do up top here. So, okay, I think we've got it about right there. We've already got our glue on, so pop your brad nails in the same way. Just remember that you've got nothing on that one side to nail to. There we go. Take your glue rags and wipe out all of your squeeze out that's visible. If the squeeze out's up inside it, it's not exactly visible and you can't really reach it anyways. But anything that you can see, you need to wipe up. And there you have you a jack-o'-lantern. Now for the ultimate test. Okay, all the lights are out except for what's coming in the little windows. Can we see it? Yes, we can. It don't seem to light the eyes up very good like it did on the other. Before I assemble the rest of these now, I think I will try and make one and leave the inside natural wood and see if that makes a difference. But I mean, honestly, if you're down even with it, that still looks pretty good. And I'm going to figure out if the black insides have something to do with that or not. I suspect it might. But I would still pay $20 for that and just try a different candle or a puck light. Well, there you have it. Wooden jack-o'-lantern. I am going to experiment and see if maybe trying white instead of black on the inside would make the candlelight be brighter. If not, maybe those candles just ain't bright enough. Might have to use the little puck lights I was talking about. I am going to experiment and I will leave down in the comments what I find out. But it's good to be back. I've really missed this. I've really missed you guys. I can't wait to do a live with you, and so I may try to do that later tonight or tomorrow night. Either way, I hope you guys have a great day. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. I will see you next time.